Hello.
Welcome to Trifecta Hour. I'm AJ. This is Ink. This is Prince. We in the building. How do everybody on this fine Friday?
What's going on?
I'm ready to talk for 24 hours straight.
Oh Jesus, shut
I
up.
got you beat at 25.
I'll see you 25. I don't care.
All right,
Um,
let's go.
so let's get started. Um,
Did
oh,
I delete that?
no, I am. I was like, why is the first word breaking? I had to figure it out.
Maybe because they were supposed to be breaking.
Like, oh, get it, Prince. Ah.
Breaking Senator Strom Thurmond's record for the longest Senate speech in history was just one of the things Senator Cory Booker accomplished on Tuesday. Portions of his 25-hour and 5-minute speech, which began Monday evening and ended Tuesday night, were viewed by millions of Americans, either on social media or evening newscasts. Who broadcasted this? Take a look.
And now it's our generation. We have to redeem the dream. We have to excite people again. He, in the highest office of our land, wants to divide us
Just
against
nodded off.
ourselves, wants to make us afraid, wants to make us fear so much that we're willing to violate people's fundamental rights. We're willing to go after the speech on college campuses. We're willing to go after law firms, go after the freedom of the press. Don't let him do that. Don't become like him. Be an American that says, I look to the future and I'm excited. Yes, things are tough right now. They're hard, they're scary, they're hurting.
Pause.
But
They're
we
hard.
can overcome this.
He would know.
Our American history, if
Shut
it's
up.
nothing else, American history, if it's nothing else, it is a perpetual testimony to the achievement of impossible things against
yeah.
impossible odds.
Okay.
We are a nation that is great not because of the people that are trying to whitewash our history.
I think I'm
to
a mute.
remove great people, Native Americans, black people, and women from our military websites. I don't want a Disneyfication of our history. I don't want to whitewash history. I don't want to homogenize history. Tell me the wretched truth about America, because that speaks to our greatness.
Okay.
And so what do I want to people to do? It starts with us, man. And you're doing it.
Man.
I've seen courage of my colleagues. We're doing it, but we have to do more.
What are
And
we
I'm
doing?
sorry. I'm not going to be a politician that's
We're
going to
doing
say,
it and
we
doing
are
it
going to
and
do more
doing
for
it
you.
well.
I'm going to be a politician. I'm going to be a leader that demands more from America.
Okay.
I yield for a question while
Aye.
remaining, or excuse me, while retaining the floor.
Inked.
Oh, yes.
How effective do you think Senator Booker's marathon speech will be?
Oh, extremely.
Oh.
Extremely effective. I mean, it's so effective that they'll probably lose some more seats. Listen,
Damn.
listen, listen, listen. Who does that?
Not me.
He literally cried, whined, and complained for however many hours that he stood there. There was
Jesus.
nothing of great importance that came from that. I mean, I think everybody was streaming it on social media. CBS, I mean, like everybody was streaming it.
Hmm.
And you know what the saddest part about it is? That the very people who are high on dissolution are the very people who thought that that was beneficial.
Hmm.
That's why they lost. That's why you will continue to lose, because you're focused on all the wrong things.
Facts.
You keep asking us and you keep saying, oh, do you regret your vote? You know, oh, what is your 401k doing? Well, I checked my portfolio. It looks fabulous because it's very diverse. Oh, speaking of my portfolio, I guess now is the best time ever. Trifecta,
Mm-hmm.
we have a Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
Anyways, we're going to skip on past that, but just wanted to put that out there. Don't hate on us. Don't be jealous. The Trifecta is now business owners. We're going to burn Prince's hat because he's advertising the wrong place. But anyways, I know AJ wanted to keep it a secret because, you know, he's very private. He doesn't like for us to put our business out there. But you know what? Fuck it. Why not? Anyways, so with that being said, um, I think it's really important that people recognize that these are the type of emotional pleas that you don't need in America. Everything has become very emotional on the left. And let's be honest, he did it for himself. He just
Facts.
wanted to break the record. This wasn't even about the American people. Like, he really didn't care. He just wanted to say, look what I did. Ooh, nobody gives a damn. But that's what he wanted. It really, I mean, if I think about how many hours he was there, I mean, I think I listened to, let me be honest, 14, maybe 15 minutes midday. I have no idea what came out of that man's mouth. And I'm not looking for like the highlights. And I'm not looking for the emotional bullshit that everyone is putting out there saying what a great job. Somebody's finally standing up. Like, what was the purpose of this? What came of this? He got what? A bladder infection?
Oh shoot.
He was sleepy and tired. He was dehydrated. Like, what came of this moment? Like, what were we supposed to do with it? Well, nobody's listening for 25 hours. Everybody was sleeping. Like, that's the part that's weird to me. Like, you're talking to who? Who are you talking to? The people are asleep. People aren't listening. So who are
Mm.
you talking to? And what was the point? And then everyone's like, "Oh, how do you feel?" "I feel sore. I feel tired." I'm like, I didn't go to the bathroom. I stopped eating and drinking, 24 hours before. This is stupid. It's fucking dumb. Dumb, diddy dum dum dum. So no, it's not effective. I mean, it's effective for us.
Right.
It's effective for those of us who do not side with morons, and it's effective for those of us who can think past ourselves. It's effective for those of us who understand that it's going to be a little bit rough before it gets better. Because we just endured 4 years of constant roughness. Like, it never got better. It just got progressively worse over time. It didn't even improve. So we're used to abuse.
Mm.
At this point, it can't get any worse. So yes, it was effective, AJ. It was effective. I appreciate him doing it. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to, like, at least the next 12, shit, I don't know how long of just total domination.
Mm.
Go ahead, Bernie.
Amen.
We need to stop it because I don't. Here's my notes. We are people. Your ass out of here, Rosario. Come get your man, please.
Ooh.
All I want to know is, what does Ja Rule think about that speech? Somebody get Ja Rule on the line so we
Ooh.
can figure out what he thinks. Cory, man, like, thank you. Y'all keep handing us the next 3 elections, minimum. I appreciate y'all so much. Keep championing the wrong shit. First of all, are we all at agreement? Was it a filibuster or was it not a filibuster?
It wasn't a filibuster because
No, it
there was
wasn't.
no bill was being argued.
Yes, correct.
He has multiple times said it himself that it was, in fact, a what?
A filibuster.
Let me tell you something. Whether
Yeah.
it's Harvard, wherever Jasmine went to, wherever Cory went to, y'all colleges is having a terrible time right now.
Terrible.
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 Terrible, terrible, terrible.
It's them Ivy Leagues.
Yeah, I'm starting to really, Bubba's trucking school looking mighty damn good right now. But AJ, to answer your question, no, it did not work for people like us. Like Ink said, people like us that knows that it's going to get rough before it gets better. We know when we get an alert from people that says Trump tariffs are a total debacle of epic proportions, we know how the media is going to spin it. We know which media outlets is anti-Trump, anti-Republican. So for us, it did nothing. For you morons that are always looking for that minutia of emotionalism, it was phenomenal. That's why you're standing up, you're clapping, you're sharing the clips, you had watch parties, and all that other extra shit. But nobody cares. I'm gonna yield all my time to AJ because thank God I moved out of New Jersey. Y'all went from Christie to beard in the mirror. Go ahead, AJ.
He said beard in the mirror.
Um this was emotion without purpose, and that's why it won't be effective. You're fighting for nothing, literally. You're literally fighting for nothing but power and for political reasons. These people have put their party before the country. They have put their business ahead of the business of their constituents. These people don't give a damn.
Nope.
Cory Booker was the mayor of Newark for how long? It started out a shithole and it ended a shithole. So you tell me, why should I trust anything you say? You just advanced in your career. You became a senator. You tried to run for president. You hired Rosario Dawson. It is what it is. No one's buying it. All of this, and it is so performative, and it's bad acting. Like, did you have an acting coach? Because the performance was terrible. No one believed it. All
Probably
25
Whoopi.
hours. I mean, see, one thing about Whoopi, the sister can act. Now,
Not
a lot
now.
of shit that
Not
come
now.
out
That was
of
a good
mouth.
pun, by the way.
Yeah.
That was a good pun, by the way. Sister can act.
I didn't even catch that. I was like, what pun? I got bars. I'm up here freestyling.
Oh my.
Anyway,
Okay, bring it back. But look, get your
so
head
yeah,
back into the screen.
we're bored. We're uninspired. Democrats didn't even believe you. In this whole Trump is the boogeyman, and literally he told us what was going to happen in the process. It's gonna hurt a little bit. Why? Because we're busting this whole thing up.
Blowing it up.
It's not gonna be pretty. It's like a construction site. It's like when you go get your hair done. It's not pretty while in the process. The process is a mess. And then you get on the other side. It's like, that's a little bit more on the side right there, papi. Thank you. But other than that, you good. Like you get on the other side and you look great. You feel great. Everything. Life is amazing. Y'all don't want process. Y'all want business as usual. Business as usual has not worked for this country in how many decades?
Yeah.
Y'all are complaining about money. You telling you that your tax dollars are being funneled to countries and being used for nefarious reasons for things that you did not approve.
Yeah.
As a taxpayer, taxation without representation has gone on buck wild. Girls go wild ain't got shit on what they doing with y'all money. But we gonna sit here and complain because Donald Trump hurt the Democrats. Democrats are mad because the jig is up. The piggy bank is drying. And they're pissed off because Donald Trump is the first president, because the stuff that he's talking about is not new. Reagan was talking about some of this stuff.
That's interesting because it's not.
Right.
Go ahead.
I blame Reagan for the Department of Education still being here. He knew that should have been gone. Now, I don't know in 1983 or whatever if he knew the process. I mean, he probably did, but just didn't have time to get to. I don't know what happened, but the fact that it milked on through the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, and the 20s. No, we're good. It's time to go. The jig is up. These bloated departments where people are just taking and taking and taking and taking, and there's no justification for why they're there. I don't care. People lose jobs every day. You lost your job. You lost that game. It's over.
Yeah.
Oh, stop playing in our face. We're bored.
Been bored. And you know what else is interesting? They didn't have this much care when people were getting canned for not getting, poison put in their body. Like nobody cared.
Yeah, nobody cared.
So,
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared. But anyways.
Nobody cared.
Okay.
Nobody cared when Bill Clinton fired almost 500,000 government employees for the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think he balanced the budget? By being nice? By kissing your ass? No.
I was going to say something, but
you know what?
You gonna leave that alone?
So Joy Behar, really?
Again.
How quickly the left forgets the web of bullshit.
How quickly? How quickly? How quickly? You ready? Here we go.
You chose not to go through the proper protocol.
Yeah, right.
And everybody could have seen this.
Yeah.
This is not the App Store kind of stuff you want to be using.
They also have a tendency to blame the Biden administration. Yeah. It's like, move on. That ship has sailed. I never remember in my lifetime a sitting president trashing a previous president.
Donald Trump lost 2 debates to me in 2020. And since then, he hadn't shown up for debate. Now he's acting like he wants to debate me again. Well, make my day, pal. I'll even do it twice. So let's pick the dates, Donald. I hear you're free on
Where
Wednesdays.
he's at.
You know, I was in that World War I
Believe it.
cemetery.
God, I don't
in
miss this.
France. And the one that one of our colleagues, the former president, didn't want to go and be up there.
What?
When the president was asked what he thought had happened, Donald Trump said, and I quote, "There are very fine people on both sides. My God." That's what he said. It sounds like if I said this 5 years ago, you'd lock me up. We got to lock him up. That Trump, when in Europe, would not go to the grave sites in in France. The brave service members who gave their lives to this country. He called
video
them
was better.
Suckers and losers. Who in the hell does he think he is? Who does he think he is? And the president, then president, was asked, "What do you think?" He said, "They're very fine people on both sides." Not fine people on both sides. No excuse. Zero. And I know Americans want a president, not a dictator. No self-respecting American president would ever.
All right. I'm good. You can
Puppy like this guy is.
Oh, sorry. You know
They
what?
pushed-
I have my video that really showed how bad he talked about Trump. But go ahead.
Oh, what video? I didn't know there was another video.
Yeah, like where he actually says all the bad things about Trump, what Trump is. Like the whole thing is like that. But go ahead. He's an idiot. Idiot. I don't miss those days.
Prince, why is it cool when they do it, but move on? The ship has sailed when it comes to Trump.
Can we just recognize real quick how they actually said that man was okay?
Yeah, well,
they played, bruh. Again, thank you for handing us the next 3 elections. We appreciate it so much. JD is what, 38?
40. He just turned 40.
Just young, virile. Don't need hymns. Don't need a blue chew, a gorilla pill. But I digress.
Oh.
Joy. It's funny,
Right.
Joy, Sonny, none of your names represent their oxymorons. You sell, and then the view, it's the gift that keeps on giving. And the reason why it's good when they do it, but it's because they lost in an epic landslide. They were the Chiefs. We were the Eagles. We beat the brakes off them motherfuckers all week, all 4 years. They was giving y'all hope. Yeah, it's a 3-peat. It's destiny. Kamala's going to win. And we whooped that ass. So now they're trying to erase anything that has to do with that old administration. That's play what it is. It is sour grapes on an epic proportion. That's why you got Joy fired. You got Don Lemon out here with his weird chicken looking lips. You got all the people that are mad showing you that it's just that they got their asses whooped. They don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to come to the table with solutions. So what they're going to do, they're going to lean into it and they're going to make more money. Remember, they made a lot of money hating on Trump. So now they're just going to lean into it and make more money hating on him, because for the next 4 years, that's all they have. They can't go the other way. You got some pundits that have seemed to switch and they're doing the kind of fence riding or acting like they're trying to be above it all and want solutions. But we know the truth, AJ Inc. It's just sour grapes. That's all it is. That's why it's good when they do it, but when we do it, it's the end of the world. They want us to move on. We're not moving on. 40-6, bitch. You lost.
All right, so let's really talk about it. Let's keep it a buck. They've been dogging out Donald Trump since the beginning. They've been calling this man names since the beginning. Nothing stopped them. You tried to indict him. You didn't call him a rapist. You didn't call him Hitler. You didn't call him all kinds of shit, right? So what are we really doing right now? Okay, you guys didn't move past it when we won. No, you spent the entire time dragging and dogging him out. Then after you won, you spent that time dogging him out, dragging him to keep him from coming back. So what are we really doing here? what are we really talking about? The View is full of view shit. That's what The View is. View shit. Because nothing that leaves these stupid cows' mouths is relevant to any type of reality. They just talk to talk because somebody pays them and these stupid people sit in the audience clapping. They think someone is really listening and valuing their opinion. And I always like to reflect, and I just would like for someone to answer the question of when Donald Trump became horrible. You have all hugged this man, sat next to this man, engaged with this man, ate dinner with this man. You guys have all done it. I needed clarification and an understanding of when Trump became the horrible person. Because it wasn't until he said, I'm running for president. I mean, he sat on the Oprah stage and they said, well, you think you ever run for president? I don't know. Maybe. All right. I mean, it was cool then. So what about him now is so horrible? Because all the things you talk about are all the shit that happened when y'all was fucking with a nigga. Like, I mean, let's keep it a buck. Y'all was rocking with him, all that was happening then. But now all of a sudden the things that he was doing then is a problem now. So I think I'm just tapped out. I'm just burnt out. I don't understand why people would like the failure and the demise of the current president. As much as we couldn't stand Joe Biden, we did not want our country to fail.
Right.
Not want to see our country weak. And that's why we voted him out, because we were over it. We had tapped out and we could see where we were headed as a country. Nobody respected us. It was just a shit show. So we said, you know what? We good. We've heard enough babbling. We've heard enough talking in circles. We've heard enough of, I don't know, non-legible sentences. I don't even know what that was. So we're going to move on from it. But we were not literally sitting here saying the most heinous, horrific things and wanting the ultimate failure of a president. And I think that's why I struggle with it so much, is that he is the commander in chief. And then I think too, the part that bothers me is that they don't respect us as Americans who voted for him. So if you think for 1 second that we're going to sway any way you want us to sway, it's not going to happen. You're dogging us out. You're talking. I mean, it's wild. It's wild. I mean, the only time I started questioning, the left is when they were kept telling us that Joe Biden was good. Oh, he's fine. Go ahead, AJ. Tell him, AJ.
Tell him, AJ.
Tell him, AJ.
AJ.
I know you effing lying. For real? This is what we doing in these streets? Like, this is funny how forgetful these people are. Y'all spent 4 years with this babbling, incoherent, old man. Y'all thought he was going to be the grace to save the party.
Yep.
And he messed it all up. Actually, he didn't fail completely. He messed it up enough to not get reelected.
Yes.
That's always the goal. We don't want you to fail. We want you to just mess up enough. And where you messed up the most is where it mattered for us. The border, the economy.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So now you got Democrats who live in the predominantly densely populated areas that y'all have deemed sanctuary cities without their vote. And so now they have to deal with this influx of illegal aliens from all over the world that y'all didn't put up in y'all fancy communities with the gates and stuff and the armed guards and stuff. No, they put them in the ghetto with the regular folk. Oh. And the regular folk was like, what the hell is this? When did we sign up for this? So the regular folk was like, we don't want this. Why is this our problem?
Your problem now, homie.
And so you messed up badly. Yeah. And then you spent. Did we forget Joe Biden's? Was it his first? It's not the State of the Union, but it's that first speech when you just become elected. Did we forget that speech with the red background and the dogging of MAGA Republicans and how we're destroying the country and we should be rendered a terrorist group and all that stuff?
We didn't.
Joy, if you don't shut your, I wonder what she looked like without her hair dyed.
Okay.
It did without all that makeup on. She's probably frightening, but
Well, she's frightening with her hair dyed and the makeup. So, I mean, there is that.
Mm.
I mean,
Mm-mm-mm.
just saying.
I'm bored. I'm so bored. So anyway, let's move on to now our favorite Shaniqua. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett had yet another fiery week in the headlines. One interesting moment was a resurfaced clip of her on The Breakfast Club criticizing Congressman Byron Donalds. Take a look.
And if we continue to put people into office, and that even means some of our skinfolk who definitely are not our kinfolk, such as Byron Donalds, who are going to continue to say that, like, I mean, the fact that you sitting around talking about life was better under Jim Crow, like, is this because you don't understand history? Or literally it's because you married a white woman and so you think that whitewashed you? I'm not really sure, like, what it is.
Well,
but
you
I
couldn't
need
even be married to a white woman under Jim
correct,
Crow.
correct. And it took Joy to call him out.
Charlamagne.
So I'm like, bruh, like, what are you
Me.
talking about? Like, what are you saying? Like, he just out here, you know, I feel like they give him his talking points and he's like, yes, massa, I got it.
First and foremost, don't talk about my wife. Keep my wife out of this. Ain't got nothing to do with her. You could talk to me about policy anytime you want to. Secondarily, there was a couple of times on the campaign trail last year where I know I was booked to be on stage or to be in debate with Jasmine, and all of a sudden her schedule changed. She had a conflict, whatever the case might be. So if she wants to do this, if she wants to have that debate, I'm easy to find. You know, you ain't got to look hard for me. You know, I'm 6'2". You can find me. It's pretty easy.
Tell him,
Number
Daddy.
3, and most importantly, this demonstrates, frankly, the racism in the Democrat Party, because they don't have a problem when Kamala Harris is married to a white man or when Ketanji Brown Jackson's married to a white man, as long as they subscribe to the politics of the Democratic left. As long as you do that, everything is fine. But if you're a conservative, but your spouse happens to be white or of another race, then all of a sudden it's a problem. This is the racism that occurs in the Democrat Party. I'm sick of it, tired of the BS. I tell any one of them who have a concern about me and what they think my views are, debate me. And if you don't want to debate me, Google me. There's plenty of information out there because I know that I have the facts. I have the information. I can back my stuff up. All they can do is throw out innuendos, throw out talking points. And the last thing I'll say about Ms. Crockett, and I'm going to leave it alone. Jasmine, I don't use talking points. Nobody tells me what to say. And so I know how to deliver a message because I have facts, I have logic, I use economics. I don't get into hyperbole. So if you are concerned about some of the things that I say find a show. It could be whatever show you want to. We'll sit there and do it. We'll have a good time along the way. And you'll go ahead and be defeated very quickly.
Oh.
Inked thoughts.
Jasmine, who on your team let you come out looking like that?
That wig did not move at the top.
Jasmine, who on your team got you out here looking like, oh shit, man down, looking like that? Girl, let me just tell you this. This coming from a woman who is she married? Do Jasmine have a
Absolutely
husband?
the fuck not.
Does she have
No.
a man?
I don't
No.
Oh, she doesn't. Does
she might be pansexual, so you gotta ask these days.
She has sex with pans?
You know what?
Okay, so anyways, Jasmine ain't got a whatever Jasmine got. Okay, listen. Byron hit the nail on the head. Apparently, it's okay if you black and a woman and date white men. But it's a problem if you black and a man and date white women. See how that works? She has all them token blacks on the other side got white men at home. But we supposed to give a damn. Our vice president is not married to a white woman. He went and got him some cocoa butter. He was like, hey, let me get some of this little brown skin, make some of these little brown babies. Yeah, he got it figured out, right? But you're complaining because Byron Donald's wife is white. Nothing that comes out of her mouth has any importance or relevance. She represents what they would like to say is the uneducated. Because the educated don't recognize that type of speech. In her real life, if she was standing in a courtroom, if she was still in a law firm, she would not talk this way. That's why I think it's interesting that now she's like, when our girl Kamala, what was her name again? The girl that was the vice president. You guys know who I'm talking about. Anyways, she tried to do the same shit. Remember, she was wearing Chuck Taylors. Remember, she had her little, slang about her. Remember that?
Shout out to all my divine eye.
Remember that? That's
all
the
my
same thing.
sorrows.
So I want to know that when you think that you're relating to the melanated community, why do you speak in a dialect that's not, reflective of all? Why do you get this going when you're trying to connect to the people? Who are those people you're trying to connect to? Because last time I checked, we all speak English. Last time I checked, we all can understand regular dialect and tone. Why is it that you get ghetto and hood when you get around, I don't know, the hood? Why is it that when they brought representation for the black people, who was it? Megan Thee Stallion,
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red.
B.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. So then you wonder why they put us in boxes, and then you wonder why they categorize us. But the reality is, Jasmine, you are the talking point of massa. You are the talking point of what they think black people are. Instead of elevating yourself, instead of speaking normally, instead of letting them know that we are educated, we are smart, we are entrepreneurs, we can do anything and everything, you lower yourself to the level in which they expect you to be. You become loud, you become obnoxious, you become ignorant. And then you attack the black man for no other reason but he's married to a white woman, but you don't attack the black woman who's married to the white man. Make it make sense, Jasmine. What do they want, Jasmine? They want us to hate the black man because the black man is powerful. They want to keep the black man right where they want him. Sissified, angry, whatever. And you just play right into it. Right into it. So I'm not having the conversation anymore with you dumb blacks. I'm not having a conversation anymore with you blacks who think that your hood talk is the talk that in which I understand. I'm not even speaking to you guys anymore. You guys can keep that shit wherever it is. And I'm not speaking to the blacks who think just because your skin is brown, you are one of them. Jasmine, you can look at my page anytime you want, bitch. I'm going to drag you every time I see you. You got money, bitch. There's no reason why your wig don't move. You got money, bitch. There's no reason why your wig is lifting. You got money, bitch. There's no reason why you don't get eyelashes, extensions, and you keep gluing them on. Leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Don't enter my comment section. Don't say shit. If we don't get it together as a people, we will always be lesser than. If we don't recognize that we can be ourselves and act like we act in a normal setting and marry and love whoever we want, because love is love, right? Right? Aren't they the party of love is love? But I guess your love don't matter if you're a black man with a white woman. Okay. I'm sick of the dummies. She over there with the dummies on the Breakfast Club. They stupid too. So there is that. Go ahead, Prince.
What bothered me about that whole conversation was Byron Donald's wife is sitting home somewhere supporting her man, has nothing to do with this, and she brought her up disrespectfully. And as a man that's married, it's nothing that pisses me off more than when, if you got a problem with me, have the problem with me. Don't talk about my wife. Like, she has nothing to do with this. He was very diplomatic, but I don't have to be with the bitch. Let me tell you something. You talk as if you are bad. I saw your full body pic. You are bad built. When I saw you, how you was really built, I was like, she talked like she got it going on. But I know it's 2025. You gotta love a black woman to affinity, no matter how wide, no matter how they shaped, no matter how they sound, no matter how brown their teeth are,
Oh.
no matter how uncouth they are, you have to love them. But when you act like you act and you get personal, guess what? When you go low, in the words of the great poet, rest in peace, Eric Mays, I go lower.
All right, get that hard ER in there.
You are the problem with why when you see a inked, you see my wife, you see my aunt, you see pick a black woman,
your mama,
my mama, that's worth their salt. The moment they walk in, immediately people like, I bet you she loud. Oh my God, I bet you she's uneducated. I bet you she's gonna come in here with a stank attitude because this is what you put out.
Yeah.
And after all this I've said, have I yet to tell you that she's a representative?
Damn.
She's a representative. She has a law degree. She went to an all-white Catholic school, private school. I don't understand what is the fascination with our community and keeping it real or dumbing ourselves down. Why? Frederick Douglass didn't do it. Shirley Chisholm didn't do it. Thurgood Marshall didn't do it. Clarence Thomas didn't do it. Byron Donalds damn sure ain't do it. AJ Ink Prince ain't gonna do it. So why do you do it? What again? I find it weird that white people, any other culture, they separate themselves from the trailer park trash, the caste system, all that stuff. Other ethnicities, other communities, they do that. Us, we're like, no, come, please. You fighting in the Waffle House, you stealing iPhones that don't work, we gonna ride with you. You're fighting the police and they're getting shot, we gonna ride with you.
Yeah.
No, I'm not riding with shit. I'm in a community that my house is so far back. If you actually come here and want some trauma, you really wanted that smoke. That's how far away I am from the people like that.
This is true. I mean,
I just don't understand it. But yet I'm the sellout, I'm the cornball, I'm the dummy, I'm the white supremacist, I'm the one with talking points, I'm the one with the black wife and 3 black kids. But I hate myself and I hate black women. Y'all are retarded, simple, and you're flat out aggravated. AJ asked me why I crashed out today on his live. Because I am like, what's the point of me? What's the point anymore? If y'all, but it's ingrained in me. I don't know if it's in my DNA that says you have to do something. You can't just sit by and let your community just self-destruct. But then the other side of me is saying, why not? I made it out. I should just be like, hey, dude, hey, be stupid, kill yourselves. But a part of me that's not in me. So I don't know. The Jasmine Crockett's of the world, these victims, and the new one that's gonna be my petty Ellie Mystical, whatever the fuck your name is, that I'm keep seeing all over. Again, Harvard, y'all having a bad year. All your people that represent you, I thought Harvard was tops. I don't know anymore. I don't know.
No, we're just seeing exactly what comes out of these woke Ivy Leagues.
Thank you. And you should know.
I should.
Baby. All right, I'll be quick. I just wanted to clarify. When Byron Donalds brought up that Jim Crow thing, he was simply stating that us as black folks were more bonded then. That's all he was saying. He wasn't saying we were having a great time and we loved the laws and we were like, yeah, spank me harder, lynch us more. He wasn't saying that. He was like, we banded together. We were actually a community. That's what he was saying. But no, he said Jim Crow. Because that's all y'all hear. Y'all, again, you could say a word or a term and y'all act like chimpanzees who's just been decapitated. Why? He didn't just say Jim Crow was, he never said Jim Crow was great. He pointed out how that type of trauma bonded the community. That's all it was. But for some
Can I?
reason, you say a term, you say a word, and y'all act like fools. Go ahead.
So that statement is actually true. My
Mhm.
father said it all the time. He said the best thing about segregation was how united we were as a people. So when you speak to the people who actually lived through Jim Crow, who actually experienced Jim Crow, my father colored drinking fountains, the deep south of Monroe, Louisiana. He had to go to the back of the ice cream parlor to get ice cream. He went through segregation where, they moved him to the schools with the white kids. He said during that time, completely united because everything was them. So they were on one side of the tracks, the whites were on the other side of the tracks, and they owned everything, their own grocery stores, everything. So as a people, they came together. As a people, they worked together. As a people, they respected each other. Now we don't. Now we're fighting with people who have nothing to do with it because their wife is white. Now we're making false statements that are not even true. When the reality is, we as a people were more united during the time because we had to be. Now that your ass is free, you don't want nothing to do with them. You don't want nothing to do with them until you have to deal with them. So Jasmine, okay, go ahead. Because I'm about to get off into the deep end. Go ahead.
Byron Donald's wife is a wife. Why aren't you, Jasmine?
One more time.
Damn.
All right. We will be right back.
Thank you for tuning into Trifecta Hour. Please hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell. Woo! You can also follow us on TikTok and Instagram. And if you really want to make us smile, you can subscribe to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
All right. Now it's time for our trending topic.
On a Wednesday night, Austin Metcalf would typically have been here at his church's youth group, but instead his friends, family, and loved ones gathered to grieve his loss together.
We're going to go to the vigil tonight.
When you lose one of the most important people in your life,
So many kids loved him.
comfort can be found with those who love him.
Just doesn't make any sense.
Megan Metcalf got the call this morning.
Just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore. And I don't understand it.
Her 17-year-old son, Austin Metcalf, was at a UIL track meet at Kirkendall Stadium. Police say there was an altercation between two Frisco ISD students.
I got a phone call from Hunter,
Austin's identical twin,
screaming that Austin had been stabbed.
Megan beat the ambulance to the hospital and saw him get taken in.
Oh, he was the most amazing kid. Oh, so smart. He had college football guys looking at him to play in college. His goal was to play in college.
While we were talking to Mom,
just to put your arms wrap around to support.
Austin's brother,
This is Hunter. Did you want to talk to him? Okay.
came outside. Hunter Metcalf was there when it happened.
I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So
Yeah.
just that's just what I saw. And I tried to help him.
From the day they were born 17 years ago, Austin, just 4 minutes older, was Hunter's best friend.
He knew how much I loved him, how much I do for him. I do anything for him.
They ran together, played football together. They had that twin sense only twins would understand.
It's just really heartbreaking not to see him next year on the field.
Hunter never imagined the day he and Austin would be apart.
This is going to be really hard.
I wish I had all the answers. The answer is my son is gone and he'll never come home again. I want to clarify something right off the start because I've already heard some rumors and some gossip. This was not a race thing, and this is not a political thing. Please do not comment if you do not know what happened. Do not turn this into a racial thing. It was not. Do not politicize this. It's not. This is a human being thing. This person made a bad choice and it affected both his family and my family forever. It's a very unfortunate thing, but I know exactly what was happening. His brother was there. who tried to save him, and he died in his arms. So if you weren't there, please don't spread rumors.
All right. Inked.
You know, you had a great live about this today. And there's a lot of there is a lot of speculation and there is a lot of things out there. But I think what makes these types of situations difficult is that because of the scenario, we don't really hear about it. And it'll just kind of go away and it'll just kind of fade out. And that'll be that. Somebody in your live today made a really good point, and they talked about dealing with the mental health of young men and boys. If you look at serial killers, right, they commit most of the crimes between like 17 and 30 when your testosterone is at its peak and at its height. And I think what's disgusting about this situation is the spin that the media puts on it. They have made it about race. They have made it political. It always boils down to that. And the things that we should be focused on, we are not. And the things that matter never matter. Is this about race? I guess we'll never know, right? The truth is only what it is. But what we do know is somebody has lost a child, and tragically for no reason. I don't want to give an opinion until we really know what happened, because we don't know. We're just kind of all here existing and hearing bits and pieces of it. But it's a tragic situation. And I think it's interesting too is, why are young kids walking around with weapons? Like what is going on that this is your instinct that you need to protect yourself and that you need to have some form of protection? I don't know, it just seems kind of odd and it seems kind of off. I mean, these kids are 17 years old. We're at a track meet. What do we need weapons for? And what happened to fighting? Does anybody fight anymore? Does anybody know how to like throw a punch? I mean, when I was in school, that was decades ago. 3 decades. Good God. When I was in high school, that's what we did. We fought. We got in fights. We had lots of fights. We used to fight at lunch. We used to fight after school in the field. We used to go to the park. We fought on the weekends. That's just kind of what we did. We got in fights and then it was over. Nobody was walking around with a grudge. You take a punch, got your ass kicked, or you kick somebody's ass. And then that was the end of it. So I think that collectively as a whole, we need to talk to our kids more. Collectively as a whole, our young men need to understand that not every bit of aggression or anger needs to result in violence. I don't know how that looks or what that looks like, but this is I think it's a great teaching moment and it's a great learning moment if we really focus on what is going on and what happened and make it less about, like they say, politics and race, white against black, but the reality is, if that kid had been black that was killed and the kid that killed him had been white, we'd hear all about it. And that's unfortunately the harsh truth. So there's that. Prince,
I
hear your thoughts.
Two babies are forever altered for the rest of their lives. Two families, that father hit it right on the head. Two families are forever altered. And then the fact that he had a twin brother. Do you sharing a womb and then for all your life and then not having that support system anymore? That's like, I'm just trying to understand why are, like Ink said, why are these disagreements or confrontations, why are they ending up in somebody dying? Can we not use our words anymore? Do we not? And when we are with children, we understand testosterone and estrogen and hormones. We understand that, but knives and blood and violence, like, it's just, I don't know where to start. And then we can't talk about people are trying to, I agree, we can't talk about the circumstances because nobody knows. Even the twin was like, I'm not going to get into that. But what we can see is clearly kids, adults, whatever it is, humans cannot talk to each other anymore without resulting in violence. And this story, and this story is the perfect storm of when adults get in a room and start putting their spin on stuff.
Yes.
Black politics. Like, I even heard there was white Republicans, quote unquote patriots, mad at that father, calling him a quote unquote pussy Christian because he didn't want to condemn the boy that took his son. If you're a Christian,
he did what he's supposed to do. Forgive.
Thank you, Inked. But you know what? We're Christians. We're all these labels when it suits us.
Yeah.
So again, y'all are angry that he doesn't, quote unquote, want to bury the black, when we should be talking about how humans are burying other humans. Go ahead, AJ.
Also, these are the same Christians who get mad at black Christians who did BLM stuff. So
Okay. All right.
I'm like, okay, so are we this tribal?
Apparently.
Because I don't know. We can't, when you get on your soapbox of, and a good example of this is Mark Robinson in North Carolina. When you get on your soapbox, Jesus, criticize this community, criticize that community. When you get on that soapbox, your stuff better be right.
Right.
Yeah, because it's okay to be racist when a black person commits a crime. Like, then you're not a Christian. You're a piece of shit. That's not Christianity. That's not being a Christian. That's like when the white dude killed those 9 people in that church in South Carolina, and they all and the families forgave like immediately. That's what they had. Now, I'm sure the human side of them, like the human side of this father, was like, Gary Pluchet. Now, if I had it my way as a human, I'm going to tear this up. But that's the self-control, and that's how you know this boy was raised right.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
That's the example he looked to. That was his father. Then you have the father, the other boy. Look, I don't know. Again, like, details are still unfolding. But you getting up there protecting your son, talking about he was a good kid. Your good kid could not just fight it out without pulling a weapon and taking someone's life. Is that a good kid? Maybe. I mean, sometimes you have good people who do bad things. I don't know. But it's not justifiable in this case. Like, what could have been said to you that would make you pull out a knife and take someone's life? Now, whop them in the eye right quick. Okay, cool. Have a little, get it in, right? At least y'all live to fight another day, right? But to take a knife and put it through someone's heart and delete them from the earth, that's a whole nother level of bullshit that I won't accept from anybody. And the purpose of my live was because of the comment sections in the 2 videos I did on this. And you have these boneheads. Everybody knew what happened yesterday. Before we had a police report, nothing. We had nothing except what theorizing what might have happened, little skeleton of a story. Oh, it was premeditated. Oh my gosh, this is, typical. Like the bonehead that was in the live, he was a Texan. He comes in with his bullshit statistics. 13% of the people are committing most of the crimes. And we're like, sir, your statistics are flawed because it's not 13% of the people.
Yeah.
There's
only 13% the population.
It's 1% of the
13%.
13% who's committing the crime. So we're trying to tell this bonehead that his statistics are off. And that's why black people get so crazy about it, because you're literally taking the whole population and dumping them into the same fire. And so we're saying, hey, that's not a proper stat. And we don't do that race baiting shit over here. So if we're saying you're wrong, you're probably wrong.
No, he's on the outside of the club, so he's right.
Like, you're probably wrong. And I'm like, bro, oh, now you're playing cement. No, we're doing facts. You like facts, right? So the fact of the matter is 13% of the people are not committing 50, 60% of the violent crimes. A percentage of them are. And you need to stop the bullshit. Because this is why you walk around in the world every time a black person does something, you blame it on every fucking black person you see after that. That's why you do that. Because you're busy saying, oh, the 13%, the 13%.
The blacks.
Whatever.
It ain't me. It ain't her. It ain't him.
Well, we're not black, so it doesn't really matter.
We're not out here busting down people at the Target for their purses.
First of all, they don't have a purse I want, so let's keep it a buck.
Oh, you don't want a Michael Kors? Anyway,
No.
You don't want an MK Ultra?
This is just
no.
This is a completely unfortunate incident. It should have never happened, and we'll see what happens as the story unfolds. But mainstream media do better, because there was no reason why this should not have been pressed wall to wall like you would with any other story. But for some reason, the all-American white boy is just not in vogue right now. But we need to get over it and report the damn news. The advertisers will still be there, and we will be right back.
Thank you for tuning into Trifecta Hour. Please hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell. Woo! You can also follow us on TikTok and Instagram. And if you really want to make us smile, you can subscribe to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
All right, now it's time to get petty.
Every time I see that fat bitch falling at the end, I'm so tickled. Yeah, she lost her lawsuit. Anyways, since we didn't do it at our trending topic, let me talk about these burnt black bitches who thought it was cute to go eat and then run off and not pay the bill, and then take your black asses on social media and double down. You know, I don't know what's wrong with you black bitches, but you guys be losing your whole mind. See, I have this friend, I'm not going to mention no names, who sends me these Facebook screenshots of black bitches who are telling other black bitches how to kill their babies.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, because I get those sometimes.
Yeah, Mr. Memes. So he sends me these screenshots of these Facebooks. I don't know what it is about you dummies, and I don't know who raised you animals, but it is not cute to eat and then leave and then double down and say the reason why you didn't pay was because they took too long to bring you your bill. And then one of you happens to own a restaurant or food truck or food business or something. Then you're so stupid. You go on social media and you post pictures of your meal and you talk about how you did not pay. You realize these are crimes, right? Then when your black ass is arrested, you're going to be telling us it's because you're black. That's what you're going to tell us. You're going to tell us that they chose you because your ass is black, not because you posted it on your social media and didn't pay, and that's a crime to steal. No, that's not what's going to happen. You're going to tell us that because you were black was the only reason why they came after you. I don't know when you figure out that it's not okay to do dumb things. I don't know when you figure out that you set yourself up for failure when you double down and post it on your social media like the moron that you are. I don't feel bad for you. I don't care anymore. And you know what? To all you black mothers who are so busy trying to be your daughter's best friend, why don't you mother these bitches? Okay? Instead of dressing like them, instead of hanging out in the club with them, instead of drinking with them, instead of encouraging all their bad behaviors, celebrating pregnancies at 12, 10, 11, 13, whatever the fuck y'all be doing. Instead of doing that, why don't we raise our daughters to be respected? Why don't we raise our daughters to respect themselves? so then others will respect them. The behavior is disgusting. And I don't know why you, because I ain't you, as a people, brag about criminal activity. Did you ever tell your kids, shut up? Don't talk? If you commit a crime, I don't care if you're on camera, deny. No. We eat, we take pictures, and then we post it all over our social media, and then we tell everyone how we got away with it. No, you got away with nothing, because we all know. And then your ass got a blue wig on, so we really all know, because we see you leaving. I'm sick of the ghetto behavior. I'm sick of the nonsense. I'm sick of looking crazy in these streets. I'm sick of you guys on social media bragging about dumb shit. Okay? So next time you drop in my comment section, next time you want to tell me about myself, bitch, I'm not like you. I said it in 3 languages: Spanish, Romanian, and Greek. What's up, Beats? I'm not like you. Go ahead, AJ. I feel like I should have said something about the lawyer.
Let that bitch
I
ride
mean,
for
I
a
mean,
week.
I'll yield my time if you'd like
No,
to say
I'm
something.
just saying, I feel
Okay.
like I should have said something about the lawyer. Oh, wait, I do want to say something about the lawyer. So, the lawyer, we found you with your AI picture on your property manager website. It was so fabulous to see you as an AI character, like all of your social media has the same AI character. You were thin. You were super thin in that picture, even though we know you don't really look like that in real life. And if you're gonna do this, and if you're gonna lie about who you are as a person, you probably shouldn't make comments on the websites about 3 months ago telling someone if they should allow them to keep the inherited rent. I just want you to know that I really read it, that I'm not bullshitting you. You probably shouldn't do that. You can run, but you cannot hide. You are fucking property manager, bitch. You got me fucked up. Like, is this for real right now? You're a fucking property manager and you're lying all over the fucking internet about who the fuck you are. I implore you, shut the fuck up. It's not working anymore. My Instagram DMs are lit. People are making accounts to talk about your ass. 3 months ago, you commented on someone asking a question about their rental property with your AI generated photo like you have on. Oh, your shirt is white. It doesn't have sleeves, just in case you think I'm fucking with you. I saw it. Stop it. Fucking stop. It's fucking comic relief at this point. It's fucking wild. It's fucking wild. I'm sorry. Go ahead, AJ. It's just like I have to like what is going on? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Just really quickly, I want to say that doxing is for bitch. Go ahead, Prince.
I want to piggyback off that. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all better leave her alone. She quiet. Y'all lighting that fuse.
Because when the Tasmanian devil wakes up,
y'all gonna be like, can y'all say something to it? Absolutely the fuck not. You get what you get. My petty is to Conscious Lee, King Genty, all you other race baiters, but mainly Conscious Lee, because you're so fucking smart and you're so intelligent. You use a whole thesaurus when you talk. So I asked ChatGPT to write me something to say to you. In the intricate tapestry of American social political discourse, the intersection of race and ideology often becomes crucible for contention. Among the most polarizing dynamics within the Black community is the perceived antagonism towards Black conservatives, a phenomenon that transcends mere political disagreement and enter the realms of cultural estrangement and ideological exile. To comprehend the antipathy directed at Black conservatives, one must first deconstruct the historical and cultural expectations assigned to Black identity in America, emerging from the legacy of systematic disenfranchisement, radicalized violence, and social economic marginalization. African Americans have traditionally aligned with progressive political ideologies that promise equity, restitution, and structural reform. Nigga, what the fuck you be talking about? Like, nobody cares about any of that shit.
This nigga said antipathy. What the fuck did you say?
What just happened? What?
But people be falling for this shit. This says nothing.
Fritz.
I'm fat. I hate salads. You give me word salad. No dressing.
Wait. Look what Brian said.
Give me a beat.
What just happened?
Stop playing with me, yo. Stop playing with me. Like, I ain't gonna talk down on another Black man who's educated, but you gotta stop weaponizing this and start just making some goddamn sense. And if you want to talk, I'm available whenever. Let's do it. Doctor to masters.
Wait, can we get a little bit of that back? I mean, we're gonna have to post that in the comment section. I don't even know what happened. Let's just go to the memes.
Yes. Now it's time for our memes of the week.
Oh, okay.
All right, time for our memes of the week. Tesla protester starter pack. Y'all all look the same. Unattractive, sexless.
Ooh.
Millions of cats.
Okay.
You're different sexuals.
Lots of hair dye.
Every sexual but regular sexual. And we supposed to be intimidated because you're burning vehicles that are already paid for. And by the way, you're getting felony and terroristic felony charges. Congrats. Love it. Next meme. What's in your wallet? Get your Marvin Sapp action figure today. It comes with an usher.
Wow.
A bank and an ATM machine pro. Get your Marvin Sapp character today. Doors are not included. You got to get your doors are separate. Close the doors.
Never. Okay, sorry.
Next meme. Racism.
Hey.
Some people make a lot of money from it. This bobblehead right here does it. You know what? He actually has a good racket. You know where you boycott places and then they go through back channels to say, what is it going to cost to get these people off my back? And you take that check and then just find some scripture because you're quote unquote a reverend and say, you know what? The Lord came to me in an epiphany and he said, stop boycott XYZ. No, that check says stop boycotting them.
Okay. Ooh.
Next meme.
He said that check.
Hallelujah.
Oh, look at here we go.
Ebony and ivory.
Live together in perfect.
It was a person on X that told me one time, there's nothing, and I mean nothing more tragic than a wasted pair of tits. AOC, you can always come home.
Oh my God,
you can always come home. Next meme.
Oh my God, I can't. Did you see all of? You know what?
In the 1500s, she was considered fine. Now the new Mona Lisa in 2025, she
Wow.
done look like her lips got stuck in those old Coke bottles from the civil rights era.
Wow.
Her
What's
face is peeled back behind her wig with bobby pins. Chest harder than concrete. Titties harder than Asian algebra.
Do you
Like,
see
it's
the
just
cheeks?
you look like a alien with antipathy. Next meme.
What?
Actually, those are the memes of the week.
Oh
What happened? Wow. Okay. You know what?
All right. Now it's time for our Urban Dictionary word of the day.
You know what? The longer part always throws me off. Okay, the word is Uranian.
Oh,
What do you think it means?
I thought it was going somewhere else.
It is. It is. It is. This is for
kinda
you,
close.
AJ.
It's
It is
kinda
going
close.
somewhere else. You ready?
Uranian.
Mhm.
Uranian.
Yeah. Historical term for homosexual men.
Oh, Uranian.
Uranian.
Yo, shut the fuck up, you Uranian.
I mean, some of us appreciate a good
You
uranian.
fucking Uranian. You're fucking Uranian, my guy.
Are you part of the community, my guy?
Yeah, you're
If you
fucking.
like to go in their uraniums.
You're a fucking Uranian, my guy.
Speaking of that, I gotta get my car washed tomorrow.
Oh, shit, damn.
Like, how do you do lives with the car vacuum in the background? Like,
God,
I'm
you
still
gotta
trying to understand.
multitask. You gotta get that TikTok change.
Okay, so
Tap the screen, y'all. Nigga, put the quarter in there. Shut up.
I have a plane to catch. What are we
This
doing?
This is why we can't have nice things.
This is exactly why we can't have nice things. Look, I got a plane to catch. What the fuck are we doing? What
are
just
you
happened?
doing? Oh, all right. That's the show for this evening. We appreciate you so much. Um, I ain't got it. I'm hungry. Episode 88 is loading.